Welcome to the Last Founder podcast. W- The podcast is about just entrepreneurships and startup founders and building in the age of AI or post AI. Um, so today I have here with me Itai Handler. I will say that Itai and I know each other for a few years, and mainly through our work or his work, I guess, on a product that I've been using at various times. It's one of the companies I invested in some many years ago, previously called Just Talk To. That was basically connecting people to other people for spontaneous phone calls. Itai, do you want to introduce yourself?
So I have many hats. The last few years, I'm a system design expert, but about 50% of my 50% I work as a freelancer, and 50% I have my own projects. You can even say that the freelancer gig is entrepreneurship by its own, but I have more conventional uh, entrepreneurial side projects, ranging from um, portobello mushroom farms and working with trying to build like a wall climbing gym and like 3 different startups I'm advising slash co-founding. Uh, Pretty hectic. Uh, you don't see a spike in freelance work. Maybe in the AI age now, you would see more freelancers, but in terms of how many are, if you look at the macroeconomics, how many are um, how many freelancer opposed to salary workers. I don't see you see like a big shift.
I'm not sure exactly of the timeline, but I'm talking more about like 30 years ago or 15 years ago compared to
Mm.
now. Like for the last 10 years, I think people are more like doing something like
This is
trying
interesting.
to find what works for them. Like somebody can be a therapist and a piano teacher, right? Or different mixtures.
Um,
Yeah.
in
Yes, I
general,
know.
we can see
It's
more a shift from, you can say, to a work-life balance. So in the old age, we only had our job. We did it for 40 or 50 years, and then we went into pension, and that's it. Maybe we went into like a hobby, and more we see we work less, and we have more like extra curriculum activities. But some people are using that platform to do other entrepreneurial stuff, where we can define it by saying it's like what the difference between I'm wood chipping for fun or for entrepreneurship is if you're planning to sell something at the end.
Yeah, I guess the word work-life balance or the phrase work-life balance jumped at me because first it's something that the privilege of I'm really optimizing that a lot, but also it seems, at least on the surface, that there's a contrast, like a deep contrast between work-life balance and being a startup founder, right? Like that's
Yes, that's why I'm not like every time I'm working with the new teams. In the last 3 years, I worked with like 2 different startups that were high intensity. I never took the CEO position because this is crazy. You need to make everything work together. It's a lot of work. It's never ending. Um, but I have the privilege because I come with a lot of expertise, and I deliver very fast. I took the liberty to not to invest so much and let the team prove itself. I was never a bottleneck, but I didn't took too much initiative just to let the team prove that if I will invest all my life into it, um, it will be symmetric, you know. But this is
Just to
you never
clarify,
see.
just to clarify what you're saying. So you said you didn't want to take this like CEO job, although you had you had maybe the capabilities to do like various things. And I know you mostly as a coder, right? But maybe like, yeah,
Vibe coder,
yeah.
maybe.
Uh, but you said you,
I'm getting the systems production ready. It doesn't matter if I'm using no code, yes code, vibe code. I just once I was expert in building MVPs like a few years ago, but right now with the vibe coding tools, I can get it just the product ready.
yeah, I actually saw this tweet this morning. I don't remember by whom, and I think somebody who's looking at the Anthropic or the Anthropic company, it's like fading away or mutating, and I think that they defined 5 different roles: the initiator, the guy who takes it from initial concept to, I don't know, pushes it a little forward towards the MVP, and like, according to the stages of maturity, right? So like because we're entering the day, or we're entering the day of the one man startup, right, and one man unicorn. So uh, one person can do everything in the different set types of skills, but people are better suited to different phases, right? There's the maintainer role, right? Once the project is mature, and the growth role.
So I work a lot of implementing AI into organizations. I see it a lot. AI can't take responsibility. Okay. And I believe a startup need to have the core. AI can replace a lot of the employees, but you still need the person that sells, the person that market, the person that creates the product. Okay. There are two distinctions, but you always add them. You add the one that's responsible for the back end to make everything works efficiently, and the one that's responsible on the front end, make it design, make it, UI, and even the code of the front end, and the one that makes everything cohesive and work together. And this is the founder, the CEO. I I know theoretically you can do everything, but then you would be a master of none. Um, I think if you have one of each of those in your team, you can build beautiful things.
Right. So I'm curious on what you are working on, or what you're passionate about. But I also like want to connect to what we're talking about right now, and I just tell you and the audience a little about what we're doing. This podcast will only come out in like a few weeks, I guess. But tomorrow evening we're launching a new community, like the builder community. Have you seen? I've been expanding that over the WhatsApp groups. I don't know if you've seen some of the.
Um, it I don't know how it skipped me, but I know I didn't see it.
I'm gonna send it to you. The link. So the kickoff event tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. It's like 8 till 9:30, and then people can attend for just like a part of the event. It's all flexible.
Nice.
Basically, the community is an open source community that maybe I want to go to the problem statement before I describe the solution. So I experience a problem, and somebody who's capable, and I've been a founder. I've worked with companies. I've been an architect. I've worked with product. I have a lot of capability, and the agentic AI tools that are coming out last year are mind blowing, right? So it feels like there's a lot of potential out there for a single person to do a lot. and to get a lot of things done and to have a lot of impact. I started playing with my OpenClaw several months ago, and my mind blew, and I felt that 100x more productive than ever. But then everything started breaking up or breaking down. Right, things didn't work, and I tried to fix it several times, and 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 I'm also like very much overwhelmed by different tools and different decisions, right? Should I work in OpenFlow or Hermes or Cloud Code or OpenAI's
Or
Codex or
PewDiePie.
Purify?
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie? I don't know
You
if I've
do,
heard of that.
PewDiePie is the OG YouTuber. He developed a new harness.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it looks very promising. It's like it builds all the capabilities you have in ChatGPT, the agentic and the artifacts and whatever, but then you can run it locally on your own models.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, and yet another project to keep track of, right? I've been actually inspired by the release of cofounder.co. And that's like an opinionated platform that you don't really need to configure. It's hosted and it just works. It sort of runs you on all the different phases of startup, right? Ideation and code and marketing and everything, right? It's a startup in a box. So that, but this is like my go-to tool right now, but I still haven't battle tested it. But anyway, the message is so much like confusion and information to keep up, and it's difficult, and I'm always alone with it. I have people I can consult with, right? But I'm still alone. So this community that we're launching, the last founder / build, maybe the last builder, I don't know, it's a potential name. So this community, basically we gather, I guess, cohorts and build open source products together, right? We'll pick some product that we want to work on. We'll learn the latest and best or open AI agentic tools, teach each other, right? And iterate and do one product, do the second product, do 100 products, right?
Wow. Sounds complicated. How many people you aim to have in this community or in the breakdown teams?
I'm a big megalomaniac, like an egomaniac. I always think big. For me, it's like a new way of building things. So I'm seeing thousands of people potentially using it.
My I ran communities for 5 years now. I have like a Notion community, and I work with friends that have their own communities. I have one of the most successful AI art community, like the guy that is a good friend of mine. I helped him at the start when he had like 5 people with me and him in it, and I had 3,000 people in my Notion community. I like gave him advice, but now he has tens of thousands in his community. I think like 50,000, maybe more, and I still have 3,000, maybe like yeah, 3,500. Um, um, and and like community memberships are mostly, you have few types. You have the content creators, okay, that really engage, like the people that are engaged in this community. You have the listeners, and you have the one-time visitors, okay. And it really affects, like every one of them affects the other to the wrong, like they're pushing the average. It's not like when I'm joining a community as engager, okay, and a lot of the people are passive listeners. It 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 really motivates me to do less, because I don't get the feedback. Like good community is the communities where you have feedback from the other member of the community, and this is really hard to get. Like right now, I think in the Notion community, even though I have thousands of people, maybe 4 of them are currently. In the past, we had more, but currently it's like 5 people that are engaged. Um, um, but uh, um, but I get a lot of outside of the community outreach from those passive people.
Yeah.
This blows my mind. Like the conversions it doesn't work because I have 0 likes, zero, like very few watch. Where I can see how many people saw the post and say, but then I have like a very highly qualified lead, not lead, like deal once a month.
A quick
And I'm
question.
trying,
Have you thought about using an agentic tool that can like be a harness that runs the community with you?
yeah, I tried it a few times. There's like this framework where you write 10 things that you want to do, and then you circle one and delete the rest.
Yeah.
So the ADHD, I think I have like 4 that I'm trying to circle, but the community right now, it's not one of them, even though I really want to, but it just doesn't make sense in my daily schedule. So this is out of scope for me. And I'm trying to bring other people to to engage in the community. So I want to share the leads. I want people to write, and then those leads to see them. But it's like when you don't have the engagers, you have the engager, you have like the content creators, the engagers, and the listeners, the passive listeners. So if you don't have engagers, the engager layer, it's very hard to maintain the content creator layer.
Mhm. Yeah, they
They
don't want
need
to
engagement
get back.
to, yeah. So this is where I'm at right now. This is very hard because to create content, you need expertise, you need some level of charisma, even though you can try and but you need like the motivation also. So it's hard to find all 3.
Right. So taking it back to what we're building is the build community. The motivation for a person to join this community. I mean, there can be several motivations.
I'm talking about the motivation to create content for this community.
Right. I mean, yeah, to actively join, or I mean, the different ways.
So to join a community, it's like it's pretty easy. You click a button. This is not the biggest friction.
No, what I mean to join is I don't know. It's
Yeah. Okay.
really like read the articles, right? I don't know. If a community is on WhatsApp, it's a bit sometimes harder to read to analyze the KPIs. But if if the community is, let's say, for example, on a website, right, you can see the analytics, how many people click and enter and how much time they spend. And you have things you can measure, even for
Yeah.
passive users.
Yeah. Even in WhatsApp, you can define it because you can see views. If you have like thousands of people in your WhatsApp community, you can see how many people saw the latest post. This is like give you a number how many of those people are active.
So, what I try to do, like I opened the blog, it's the WhatsApp blog some time ago. And what I'm doing there is after every major post, I put at least like 1 or 2 polls. And polls are an excellent way for micro contributions, right? They
Yeah.
encourage people to just pick an option. And I don't know, for me, in my use case, it seems like it's working.
Yeah. I love polls because they're very easy and engaging to do. But I have a WhatsApp community with like 100 people in it. I ran a poll with 0 engagements, which this is a big problem because it really singles that the community is dead.
Right.
So I really also ran polls with tens of people engaged, but I'm very afraid of putting polls that won't engage people then, because those create a bad signal for the other people.
Right. Users could have several motivations to join this community we're building, right? So and it can be from any skill level. Somebody I knew from 15 years ago who's not even in any startup or tech or anything sent me a message yesterday. Said she's joining because she wants to learn to build a game for her an 8 or 9 year old son, right? And it blew my mind. I never expected somebody so far out of the core tech industry. But yeah, I mean, it's so on one place people can learn, will be able to learn from this. People will be able to teach themselves, alleviate the loneliness that I described earlier, right? You're alone with your product or alone with the new AI tools. And and people will be working on their own projects, but also at least I want to sort of try to condense the fire and the energy on uh, one project that's like make a really good run with it, and not just deploy it, but deploy and get users, right? Provide actual value, and then start another cohort and another cohort. Um,
Yeah, this is great. Um, m- w- my motivation to join a community like yours, because I live and breathe this subject. Um, I use AI very effectively in my work, so I can deliver faster, but I also implement AI solutions for my clients in all sorts of ways, in-house tool and outside tools. um, my motivation to join a community like yours, because right now I feel what we need is more good ideas. Okay, good idea is, it's not only a problem focused idea. It's like I notice there is this problem, and I have a high motivate, and I want to find people with problems and high motivations to solve those problems, but they are based on reality. I studied this subject. I know there are solutions. Those why they are not good enough. This is what I think that we could figure out a better solution. Like, before product market fit, you need the problem solution fit. And those people, I think those communities are a great place to find those people. So I would really love to join a community when good people can gather.
I think it's possible. One of the first products we'll build is actually our own like leaderboard and then website, and where you can see the different projects from the idea stage onward. So if we have such a leaderboard website, and and you can see like the traction, people looking at the project, and you said the real world case studies or like research that shows the business viability of projects, that will entice you to join.
This is nice. B- the features less compelling than the content quality. I don't like, for me. I don't need to see that people are watching. Like depends. As a watcher, I don't really need to see other people are watching. As a content creator, I need some sort of engage to see how much people are engaged with my content. That is true. We need to define it better than Facebook or TikTok on how people are engaged, because I need to see like real engagement. I need to see that my work have generated value, and not just, people clicked it and then jump and then bounced out.
Right. How do you measure value, or how do you think we should measure value?
Um, like, like you know, if at the bottom there is a like button of some sort, this is the best, because we can see, like, we can try to compute the read time and the scroll speed and stuff like that, but the best way is like to put something like a question at the end with four options, and let people engage with the question. This is amazing. This is
It's like
also
human attention, right? The strongest signals of human attention, that is proxy for value.
because it's very hard to measure how much the the content will help the person, you know. uh,
Just for
this is too complicated for me to answer on a whim. Right.
can continue this another time. I want to make sure we have some time for you to share, what you're passionate about or curious about.
um my passion in the last few years is to help people. um and if it's for business, then they pay me for it, for my help. But if it's like a startup or entrepreneurship or impact idea, I don't mind volunteering. But this is like, I want to help as many people as I can. Part of the process is to define how you measure that, but
Yeah.
this is part of the fun.
I'm right there with you. It's really the core thing that drives me, and it makes me like I had a warm and fuzzy feeling to hear another person like saying the same thing.
I really recently had a project that I rock climb, and in my rock climbing gym there was like a community contest. So usually, because it's like a community contest, the people score themselves, and they had like a paper slip they had to score in a certain way. I built an app to facilitate and manage that, to first to incentivize people to score themselves better and not just ride the wall, and create a live leaderboard. And the feedback from the community, it was like, 120 concurrent climbers. And the first like hour and a half of the event, it was the first night of production, so a lot of bugs, but it was fun. And then I climbed myself and engage with my community. It was amazing. I All those side projects for me are like building a very elaborate Lego set, but then people are generating values from the
Hmm.
things you've built. This is
Yeah, it's like playing, but in the real world with real impact.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Itai, we're nearing the end. If you have a message for our listeners, anything they can help you with your project, anything you need, anything you want to help or offer them.
So yeah, I would, if you're in the problem solution fit, like if you feel like you're ready for the product market fit problem, I would love to help you solve that. Um, and I don't know, have that's it.
Awesome. We have like a website or how to contact you on LinkedIn as part of like, the comments
Great,
episode. Okay,
great.
nice. Till
Thanks,
next
sir.
time. Next time we come, or either every time we go for climbing together, or you come here and we do it here.
Do you lead climb?
Do I what?
Lead climb, when you anchor
Oh,
yourself to the
I
wall.
did it several times, like 5, 10 times, but I just do most of the time. I do bordering.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
I incline to bouldering as well. I prefer that, but lead climb is it's scary in a good way.
yeah, it has its own charm.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, it's been a while. I want to do that sometime.
yeah. You're welcome. I can secure you.
Sure. Okay. Have a safe and
Always a pleasure. On.
yeah. safe, and I don't know what to say about the reserve duty. Safe and that may go fast and may you have impact as well there.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I just want I want to sleep and wake up in 90 days after it's done.
Yeah, so may it go fast.
Yeah.
Bye.
Ciao.
Shali Shah.